multiple map 5s throughout the night, you know, multiple map 5s, so they've been getting pushed towards the wire. If eUnited wins this one, they got to take these controls once again. I feel like they've been playing great in that all day, and they also got to take that escalation on training grounds. But we'll see what happens. It's your E-Day Grand Finals. Pittsburgh Knights going up against eUnited, and PK trying to pick up where they left off in that last series as Identivez is down, but Dezonide pushing up for the save. He'll be able to clean up to get the heal and the power weapon.
Looking for the extra points in the early goings. Dezonide's going to go to the left-hand side, look toward P2 here. Sitting on the torque bow is going to be Fearzly, looking left and right for both players, maybe to come from either side, but it looks like eUnited's going to set up toward P2 and then just kind of relax for a moment. They're going to settle in with this positioning. And maybe if they angle out, they'll push in, but there's a big kill on a Dezo. Still have the torque bow to worry about. Fearzly's going to find one on a TJ, now bouncing toward the back pillar. Won't be able to get that second shot, does get the third and the fourth for the down. Beautiful double shot there for the kills. This will be Powerz, last alive. He's going to go down as well. Knights sitting on a comfortable lead after point number 1.
Yeah, a comfortable lead at that. Just being up on top of eUnited, and you know, they got some wiggle room to work with, so they can take a breath, a sigh, a little bit of relief here, but now they got to get right back into the fight now. Fearzly, he alleviates some of that pressure, picking up that first kill. He gets the down dyslexic. He'll find 2. And now PK is really relaxing as they're looking for the last 2 members. They got them marked up. They're not trying to fight right now, but if they can get the kills, they will. Instead, it's going to be another 4v4 fight. eUnited grouping up together. But does eUnited want to go for the players on a northeast side of the map or the southwest side of the map towards the hill? It's a 2v2 split. Powerz gets first blood. He gets traded out. 3v2 situation on top of the hill for eUnited. They'll be able to win this fight for now as Raver is left by himself.
Well, front side of the hill, they're going to get the close respawn. Fearzly's going to get tagged up early. Quick little revive out by Identivez. Lancer fire from the 90 degree by Powerz. Come through the very middle of the map through the tomb. They get 2 downs. Now a third possible for the reaction shot kill there. Powerz settling in. Raver, last one alive around that hill. They're just checking around for him right now. And Raver's just kind of hiding here. Playing a little game of peekaboo.
And, you know, he's just holding his position, waiting for the right time to show himself in the hill. He definitely caught Dyslexic off guard. Demise, not much you can do about that. Powerz is his closest bit of help, and he's not close enough as Demise is taking out PK as they're starting to continue to collect on that time. 35 left in the hill, and I do believe eUnited needs to start thinking about next.
67 or so. Differential, looking for the extra points in here. They're gonna bleed this one dry for just a moment and then push in toward that P3, looking for the close respawn. eUnited's already set up over here with 2 players. 2v2 split yet again on the map, looking toward that altar. See 2 players coming in from the front, 2 players coming in from the back. This is gonna be a big angle right here.
A huge angle.
Fire, first one. They're gonna push 1 player into the 1v, but I think what they need to find is player 3 coming across the front, but they've left Powerz out in that 45. Powerz kind of has this angle here where if you come through the front side of the map, you are going to get Lancered out at least a little bit of damage.
That's a
beautiful flash
stun
in by TJ. Won't be able to pressure any of that because of the fragmentation there. Another stun comes through. TJ just waiting in the cubby corner, gets the first. Now looking for the second, snub pistol down. Secondary shots out, won't be able to get that second one just yet, but he does finally get it. Actually, no, Powerz.
Yeah, he gets that killing back, but great composure of not dropping that meat shield, even when it looked like, I think that was Identivez running away. He held that meat shield because I would have dropped it 6 seconds ago and ended up getting bodied there. Instead, he stayed composed. Now, eUnited, as they're trying to keep the spawn lock down, they'll get a double down, and now they can rotate up and continue to collect on time. In the hill, Dezonide gets 2v1 by Powerz and TJ, and eUnited with 40 points to work with. They should at least collect half of these and get themselves back into this map. They're not out of it. They're only down by 20. It should be a tie game when this hill is over with. I think PK should press up into the hill, but ultimately play for the power weapons.
Well, the differential won't be that great. They're not going to bleed this hill dry. It might be 81 to 81, as a matter of fact. They
82, 81 to 82 it better be. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Leave with just 1 extra point on the board, but you see
82?
Pittsburgh Knights settled around this torque bow. Waiting for that new power weapon respawn. Going toward the top middle of the map. It's going to be 1 player Demise.
They got the rotation. Look how far out.
They're going to play for the 1v2 on the opposite side of the map against Identivez. Identivez, the longer he stays alive, the better it is for his teammates. They do get the 1 down. Dezo rotating out toward Demise, misses the first torque bow in the long-range sector. They finally get the down on Identivez. 3v4 on the map right now. Now 3v3 as Powerz is taken down. Dezo's going to pull up into the hill. Looking for a secondary kill. Fearzly will settle the tea kettle of Dyslexic. And that will be all she wrote for just a moment. eUnited will have to sit in on this one and just wait for the respawns to come out. The next push will come, but at the cost of probably 1 to 2 more torque bolts.
PK. They'll get the lead back, and that's our third lead change of this game. Dezonide with a well-placed bone. Demise and Dyslexic got caught out. Powerz will retreat to give his team a better spawn, in which he does. And that spawn may get him revived. He was cleaned up in the final few seconds. Fearzly getting chased down by 2 players, but as we see on screen, it's Dezonide going back to the spawn to clean up that kill with Identivez, and now trying to dart back to the hill. PK needs to take over this entire other side of the map. The fact that that fight was forced on the opposite end was a great individual play there by TJ, getting those 2 members out the hill. That has allowed his teammates to get the best footing here to collect whatever scrap time is left, but more importantly, also get the spawns for next. Little plays like that.
P5 will spawn up here momentarily. We have gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are about to get into 5. This will be over toward the right-hand side of the torque bow. 3 players mounted up. Looking forward into this next split. That's going to be the smoke. Here comes 2 flashes right into the face of Powerz. They're going to pressure out toward that back cubby. Good answer back. Good retaliatory flashes. Dezo goes down. Raver rolls all the way back. They do almost get that revive off. He tries to crawl behind the box where Raver is, but they do not get it just yet. Still holding out L triggers in this position. Downs. Lancer pulled. Fearzly goes down. Identivez and Fearzly both down. Torque bow will be opened up momentarily. Only 1 player to play defense over it. It's going to be Dezonide. Last by himself. Goes for the left-handed wrap. Shot over the top. TJ will get that kill. The pick on the torque bow comes through, but Raver is right there with a snub for the finish. Torque bow may possibly be on the ground based on how quick that came out.
It just may be. PK trying to be a little bit quicker and clean up these kills and taking their numbers. Great down there from Raver. Good focus fire and pressure, but it wasn't enough. He thought it was going to be. They couldn't clean up Demise. Instead, he's right back up, and eUnited not feeling the full pressure of that flank. Instead, they're going to give a flank of their own. Dyslexic distracts 2, but Raver, oh my, with the quick plays. He finds 2, causes enough commotion. Fearzly on the flank. TJ taken out. PK. They can't get a lead change, but it's pretty much a tie game after that.
Down to scrap time here, looking for the possible rotation over into P5. Not able to find anybody just yet. This will be a 3v3. First kill comes out against Raver. Raver shut down now. Identivez and Dezonide playing through the spawn cycle position. Back ledge, big shot, goes for the wrap, gets 1, but Powerz is there to settle him out. Identivez down as well. Inside of the hill will be, I believe, Powerz. To his left at the short respawn, all 3 of his teammates back toward the torque bow now. Gonna be having Raver play over there. This could be a position where eUnited has the early goings of the round, but they trade out toward the mid portion as we are awaiting a new torque bow spawn. You see the Knights waiting in this situation. They're gonna try to take over this quick respawn. Flashes are gonna come out. Double flash into that back cubby corner. Waiting in the wings though was TJ to rotate up the small stairs to get the kill. They settle in the close respawn. Identivez is red, but not down. Now he's dead. This will be a big set of kills, a big set of slays, as a matter of fact, for eUnited as they rotate back to the hill and try to get a commanding lead going into the reset.
All right. A commanding lead is growing. All right. It's 50 on the board for them. No one's near. The Knights rotating from the north side of the map. No power weapon up just yet, but they're checking for it. Well timed. It's a player in the cut. He got figured out. He got saw. TJ just needs to stay alive, taking his time, trading shots back. He was hoping that someone was going to chase him into the open, but instead, the Knights still drop back. They'll just hold this hill. They says, you know what, we'll completely play for next. Or we'll play for 15 points, and they'll spread all the way out wide. That was a well-placed bow, too. They'll take down TJ. A 1v1 being fought here next to Dezonide. Dyslexic wins it. Dezonide is the hero. Sorry, Fearzly is the hero. Apologies, as he'll pick up 2, Colin. And now with Powerz being left, him and Dezonide will force him out the hill. Powerz getting flanked. He's taken out. Quick revive, still a part of the map. It's a 4v4. Now a 4v3 officially.
70-point differential, just enough to get you just about tied back up if you give the Knights an eUnited. Flash is going to go out to try to stop the pullback from Demise. He will rotate back to get killed to the front side of the hill. That's going to be Dyslexic. Now Powerz tries to push into that spot. Try to find a little bit of an angular situation here. They're going to get shots onto the backside where Identivez is. Identivez goes to a little roadie strafe up forward just in case he goes down for the revive. They get one to the front. They trade out with Demise toward the back. Identivez will challenge toward the front side of the hill with TJ. Powerz in a 2v1 on the opposite side of the altar. He's going to go down as well as TJ, as a matter of fact, and that is a clean sweep, and this is enough points to really get them right back into this game. There is no real situation where it's not going to be at least 7 to 10 points differential.
Yeah, that's small. Okay, that's small on the grand scale of things. This fight is not a small one though. Big kill coming out from Dezonide. Turns this into a 2v2. He has a right hand. He's even staying aggressive. He knows that Demise has a lot of damage on him, creating a chaotic situation. PK, they even have a third man on the flank. They get the down. Quick 2v1 against Powerz. Powerz will run towards the hill. He's going to join up with his teammates, and we do see that kill being cleaned up towards the middle. Raver is going to get sandwiched. The hill goes over towards eUnited. And now, as Powerz comes off the respawn, Demise comes off the respawn, they're going to try to sandwich Dezonide. Make this a 3v1. Now, PK, they're winning their numbers fight up top, right? Each squad is winning their numbers. That's the game of rotations that we're playing, but who's going to be able to get on the same page and get two fights at an advantage?
Go ahead, keep coming.
Read that a little bit too long, Fearzly did. I think that was almost a panic shot to get it off before it just hip fired from him. It's going to be an up A there. First player out. This is going to be another shot and another attempt by Dyslexic to maybe get a secondary kill. Continue to add pressure. First aid goes out to the feet of Dyslexic, forcing him to the far right side of the hill here. Two players in this position. Now 2v2. Dyslexic is fully red, though. They needed one more shot on him, but team kill! Fearzly accidentally evens up the odds as he kills off one teammate. Identivez now into the fight, but he's going to get angled out by all four players. And this is another chance. 35 seconds could get him in the 240, 250 range. Rotating over toward P3. Looks like the Pittsburgh Knights, they're already going to try to get into that position. No real time left to worry about that new torque bow. You have a full maybe 20, 30 seconds before you really have to set up for it. But it looks like the Knights are going to set up here a little bit defensively early. The United's going to answer back with aggression of their own. 3 players toward the torque bow side of the map. Only one player bleeding out the last of that hill. And we will have just a few more moments before the hill spawns over to P3 and the new torque bow comes up here momentarily.
All right, eUnited, they're waiting for this power weapon. The Knights only down by 46. Powerz, he's going to try to clear this player out the corner. Raver has a right hand, so he can defend himself very well with a little bit of support fire from Dezo. They'll win that 2v2 battle. Luckily for eUnited fans, TJ will be able to get a kill on his own. He stays alive. He's forcing 3 players his direction, but only so much he can do from that position. But with the time he brought, you'll see eUnited rush down a little, try to fight for those nades. Not a clean 2v2. The flank is there. And they'll also force some nades out. So they take nades out of play, but Fearzly finds a kill. It's a 3v3, even. With the Knights having a positional advantage, they'll hold what they got.
Well, the flank, Identivez got a great respawn.
And same with eUnited. They both take their numbers, but who can take their numbers quicker?
Yeah, but the problem is these 2 players are stuck at the torque bow. Even if they pick it here, it's going to be off the map for that next hill rotation. 40 seconds left. Good little advantage here. eUnited, they're going to force the Knights into this position.
TJ got a kill and backpack that bow. That was just a great play. That got eUnited here into an even fight when they were down a bit, Colin.
Big back A there to the backside of the hill. But once again, Identivez kills Raver now. Another team kill from the Pittsburgh Knights puts them in a tough position, in a pretty tough spot here. It looks like they have to hold on to a decent amount of this hill still. 29 seconds to go. No longer can eUnited win on this hill, but they can certainly get very, very close here.
They can.
10 seconds, as a matter of fact. Beautiful snub shots back and forth from Powerz and a teammate. Dezo looking to get one more. He's in a 1v1 against Powerz. Powerz the big shot. The Lancer fire over the top from TJ is there just in time to save his life. This will be 285 and counting if they are to bleed this out.
It would be. Can they? Well, they gotta rotate, right? That's the most important thing to do in this moment. Get to next. eUnited is already there, but they're gonna have to think about their next lives as they get forced out of this hill. Demise taken out. The rest of the members of eUnited, they stay alive. Identivez does a little bit too much there in the corner. He'll lose his life. PK looking for that next kill as quickly as possible. There's the down, but will it get cleaned up? Focus fire is there. 4v4 across the map. You see player 3 going out wide with that right hand angle. Putting that pressure on PK. He gets the down off on the side.
From the neutralization. That's all he's doing. He's stopping people from neutralization spot here. They're going to push in, but look at that player 3. Again, Dezo is going to be able to lancer you out, put you so close to down and dead. The Demise gets chalked out.
He's kiting 2. He's kiting 2 players out wide. Dezonide did the best that he could for his team to get them the lead right there. His plays were great in this moment. But now Raver holding his position.
For about 15 seconds here. Only 8 seconds left to worry about. They're in the hill. Back A by Powerz misses. He rolls back right into the waiting arms of Raver. Now bouncing toward the backside of that cubby. Back A's by TJ. Get one more. Fearzly has to go down. He does indeed. This is going to be Dezo. Dezo in this position. 1 down, but he gets downed himself. 16 seconds. Not enough to win it, but certainly enough to lose it. And it looks like the Knights are well on their way over to the next hill. 3 out of the 4 players from eUnited have to push over here. They have to get in a position to try to play defense. This next hill, everybody's coming over here. It's going to be a 4v4. Flash is down, pushing them off of that spot. Raver, early damage advantage. The down in the front on Dyslexic. Flash comes back out. Identivez will go down to the backside. The flank from TJ is in. He gets 1. He gets shot down by Deza. Now Dyslexic. Deza's going to go for the wrap. Doesn't get it. He's going to get full red. He goes down. He's dead. Ladies and gentlemen, as close as it was, the Pittsburgh Knights gave up 2 big crucial kills to net eUnited about 40 to 50 points mid-round in the reset, and that will cost you every time they take map 1 in the grand finals.
Yo, Dyslexic went huge with 25 assists, 15 kills, and almost 25k damage. Man, what a performance out of him. Definitely ahead of the rest of his teammates. You know, when it comes down to his Latin American brothers, he wanted to show up the entire team of the Pittsburgh Knights, and he beat them up that first map. But man, you know what? From me and you cast it in the same tone throughout the entirety of the match because nobody was able to come away with a serious lead, all right? It was just a tug-of-war battle back and forth across the board. And, you know, it just shows how close this series is going to be.
It does show how close the series is going to be. The thing that I go back to, the thing that's the worrying benefactor for me is the Knights get a little antsy in these QC fights. They take a lot of excess shots. One of the things that we saw is at P3 after the rotation, so theoretically you're looking at P9, Hill 9 or whatever if you were just to count up from 1, we got that first team kill. There was 35 seconds left on that hill. There was a good chunk of time to give eUnited yet another lead, which is what gave them so much time to play with when it came to that top middle hill, that next to last hill. That's why even though the Knights were sitting there collecting scrap tires, collecting time, not really scrap, eUnited wasn't really pressuring. They weren't really nervous, even though they were getting kited away.
Right here, that's the hill. That's the hill, right here.
They were well within their rights to follow Dezo in that situation, which gave them the ability to get that kill, make it a man advantage, and then come back into the hill to clean it up. It's those little mistakes throughout a match that set up those later plays, that set up that benefactor, which is eUnited being able to take so much time on that next to last hill.
A perfect storm for eUnited, never giving up. Man, they got the final lead change with just 6 seconds left in the game, and we saw TJ, you called it out, a beautiful flank from him to take down PK in that situation, and you know, it's eUnited who wins by 3 points. Talk about how close the series is going to be. All right, so I was curious to see which side of the bracket was going to hold true. Was it the one side of the bracket that continues to get 3-0s, or is it the one side of the bracket that's going to send us to map 5s? I guess we're really going to know in map 2. Okay, well, on this checkout, if we continue to 3-0s, it'll just be a different team winning on the 3-0s with eUnited. So, wow, what a great map. That's probably one of the best ritual maps on a fundamental basis. Like, right, when you think about, you know, rotations, okay, when you think about team fights, when you think about composure and even clutch plays, we got it all in that map, all right? If you ever want to take notes on one, that's the one you check out.
There was a lot of good fundamental play. I think one of the things that we can take away from that map as well is how good the Knights and eUnited both were about understanding losing a team fight, seeing how much time was left on the hill, and understanding whether they needed to rotate for the power weapons of the new hill. We saw a couple of times where everybody kind of rotated over to the torque bow and then just relaxed there, wait for that thing to spawn up. Even if you give up the first 5 or 10 seconds on the next hill, you now have a power weapon to help you retake that next point, that next hill. So it was really fundamentally sound game. gameplay from both teams. The executions are going to be just that much more intense, especially check out with the platform fight, where we've got to see how the Knights handle possible pressure after a first couple of kills or deaths.
All right, we'll see how the Knights plan on handling it going up into this map number 2. But as we get map number 2 set up, me and Colin, we're going to go take a hydration break. And when we come back, we'll be hopping right into that execution. Stay around that and pick up those kills, because you know he'll be trying to take some heads off. Hey, PK sticks to their game plan and continue to put that pressure out wide. When it comes down to having incendiaries, when it comes down to having frag grenades and using those nades to come up with the perfect play, sometimes you can overthink those plays with the nades, right? Saying, hey, play back, utilize the nade, you know, angle them out. And if your whole team is not on the same page, that's when a sniper starts getting those headshots. That's when you start having a wolf pack chase you down. And so I think eUnited is subjected to getting flustered like that if EK continues to play several outside wide strategies. But we'll see what happens as we kick off the first round. And it is eUnited playing for those incendiaries more than not. This Lexit goes down as a 2v2. Identivez, will he get the power weapon? Powerz with his Lancer out is not going to allow it to happen.
Either incendiary really served them toward the second half of this round, Blaze. They both came out to the front side of the platform. Even though they got that first blood where TJ just ran through Raver, it was a beautiful job by Dezo to kind of bounce up through the middle of that, try to answer back, and then of course we saw Identivez get that secondary shot on from the 90 degrees. So now Powerz and TJ having a challenge to the 90 degree. Identivez goes down. Will they? I'm not going to be able to get this next down. They're not going to be able to get the revive off of it. So it's going to be Identivez in a 2v1. He has no chance. He was going to go for that revive, but they double snubbed him long enough to force him into a bad situation and back into cover. That was a beautiful play by eUnited. Good secondary rotation. Pittsburgh Knights don't play for their normal long shot. They go straight up at the platform. And Raver got actually
He almost got 2.
out.
Yeah. You were saying Raver got flashed out to start?
He got flashed out. They didn't throw a flash that stunned TJ. TJ threw a flash that stunned Raver. Not TJ, excuse me. Who's playing right behind him? Powerz. Powerz is stunned that flashed Raver, which allowed TJ to get the one-shot chunk. There it is. There's the flash that has to land to save TJ. Second player jumps up. TJ's still alive. He only hits the body. That's 3 down and dead.
But it's Identivez who does not get stunned, and he gets on top of that platform to save Raver and picks up 2 kills, right? So, you know, even though that successful initiation was there for eUnited, PK, they had the perfect rebuttal there. It was a quick response too at that. So we're seeing
why Identivez didn't get stunned.
No, he was tucked in a corner to the left, right?
He stopped to throw his stun rather than just continue to run forward and just hip throw it. Stopped and actually aimed his stun at the other side of the cover.
So he knew the perfect time to get up there.
See how there's a second from Dezo, and then behind Dezo is Identivez. That's why Identivez is so late to that fight. Like, there's a full extra second before he gets in front of Dezonide because of how long he takes to stop and throw that stun. Came back to bite him in the butt this time. It's 2v1. Fearzly has to win it against Powerz and Demise, though.
You know, at the end of the day, if those first 2 stuns land correctly, then, you know, you can come in as that third spawn and clean up house. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody should be mobilized in front of you. Yeah, this is the only play that Fearzly has. He actually almost made it to the edge of that cover, which would have been impressive, getting down that lane. All right, eUnited. It's a quick response in round number 3. You know, we haven't seen a lot of out wide gameplay just yet. So far, it's been a tug-of-war battle on top of the platform for incendiaries, which, if you ask me, I think we typically get these teams focused that direction. eUnited doesn't have one of the best out wide strategies. They got a great sniper in Powerz if he gets it, but they'll rather have those close quarter battles. You know, you got Powerz and TJ who loves that inner secondary lane in that platform.
This is where they're going to have to get worried, though, because Powerz is going to get triple stunned yet again, which is going to cause the secondary kill to come out. 4v2 on the map now. Demise rolls back. Dyslexic holding the front side. The first incendiary traps them in the lane. Second one goes a little too deep. They go for the shot over the top, get the down, and now Demise is down as well. Once again, when eUnited is able to get that initial kill, that initial stun to go in their favor, they're perfectly fine and healthy to get into that fight to be able to get that first shot off. But when that third stun kind of lands and it's just at the right time or right in the nick of time to keep that hand in front of their face, you always kind of come away with a little bit of a mismatch.
It is going to be a mismatch. You know, we always talk we've talked about it for years, you know, especially with since Gears 4's drop, you know, whoever gets the last stun on the ground should win the fight, right? Because that means that your team's going to come out first. Raver with the first blood. Powerz quickly responds. A quick incendiary toss.
With a secondary shot to protect. Now Fearzly stuck down at the bottom side of the lane. He's going to get chunked out. Identivez is going to try to make a miracle happen at a 3v1, but that is going to be tough sailing. eUnited answer right back again, still on top, 3-2.
All right, and so I almost want to ask myself, are we seeing a side that's a little bit more favored than the other? And we could be. You know, right now PK is on the strong side of the map. And that can kind of come down to having that right hand as you swing around the right side of that plat. Just having more options to work with. Also, you get right hand when you push out wide. So this is the strong side of the map, for sure. On the plat, the stun hits. Raver gets out right away. He's there to help his teammate. Oh, he didn't help him too much. But it doesn't matter, because PK, they'll clean up house. Even with the team kill, the revives are there. We go back 3-3. Maybe a replay comes in for that one.
It worries me so much to see that many team kills here and now, especially when things are cluttered.
Nice shot, 4v4. Took out his teammate. Now it's technically a 3v3 on map. 3v2, 3v1. Yep, it was a 3v2. You see a nice kill come out for Dezo. All right. Here we go. Raver, stunned again. It should be a TJ fight. No, him and Powerz can't do nothing. Just looking death right in the eyes. What do they call it? El Morto? The god of death? That's Raver. Back-to-back rounds for PK. El Murda. El Morto? El Morto. No one gets what I'm saying in chat. Somebody gonna break it down for me, you know, bit by bit. Appreciate y'all in advance. The god of death en español.
No hablo español.
Me neither. Okay. Poquito, mucho poquito español.
No.
All right. Lo sientos, chat. Raver. He's in the back lane. He'll toss out the second. He'll toss out the flashes. Gets 2 stunned. Smooth little kill on TJ, but Demise has a smoother transition to a 3-piece.
Right there at the platform, once he got onto the plat, that player that was bouncing out away from the ledge, that final kill we just saw get cleaned up, was actually lancered down from the platform. They had a really good little like 35 to 40 degree angle there from the top plat where they were able to get lancer shots onto him and nobody was protecting him. And when he popped out of the cover to try to go for the revive, he was actually getting just shot down, which is why he was down in such an awkward spot.
Here we go. It's all tied up. We go into round number 9. Raver on the platform. You see a stun behind him, but it was a stun that got 3 in front. This time, TJ, he'll be able to get the first shot off, and I bet you he's holding his trigger too while he's stunned. He's just holding it. Just letting the game work for him as he has his shot lined up. And you get 2 rounds back-to-back for eUnited, and they'll take momentum.
eUnited right there. I mean, you saw it as good as anybody. 6 players, 3 for eUnited and at least 2 for the Pittsburgh Knights, just kind of standing there, hand over their eyes. That's how many flash grenades were thrown at that platform. Curious to see if we get a little wrench thrown in the game.
We've had the same fight 9 rounds in a row, pretty much. Okay,
it's just been 4v4 here at the platform, smokes and flashes.
They don't have no other gear. This is why Rise on checkout is kind of scary, but it ain't even about
There's a big
Rise.
body. I love that shot by TJ to hold the front of the counter. He held the front of the counter to be able to get that shot on his opponent.
3 rounds in a row for eUnited in another nail biter where it was tight, it was neck and neck, it was back and forth. They'll win 3 rounds in a row and lock in map number 2, 1 map away from taking this grand finals. You know, they're gonna have to head over to training grounds next, but so far so good for the eUnited fans out there.
Another big map win for eUnited. It comes off the back of just a headbutt fight at the platform. We never saw Pittsburgh Knights try to renegotiate around the map for the long shot. Never saw them try to throw somebody over at the fragmentation grenades. They just kept taking the same fight which allowed eUnited to kind of game plan for it in different situations where they were able to throw an extra stun, maybe a tertiary stun, maybe get that third player up onto that platform, try to go for a couple of kills early, try to give them a numbers advantage before removing themselves from that platform to lance around anybody else that was stuck in those mid lanes.
All right. Yeah. And, you know, it's, you know, it worked out super well for him. You know, I got to say this, you know, TJ, he stayed into that fight. He never left it. He just kept trying to figure it out. He says, you know what? I got to be faster here. I got to, you know, take a step back on this side. I just need to, it's going to work out for me one of these rounds, but I just need to keep trying. I can't give up. And round after round, he did that until it worked out for him and his team. And then you saw that beautiful play by him at the end, and we're going to see him kind of standing here towards the back of the platform and pick up 3, right? He doesn't hop in, but instead he just works his right hand a little bit better. You know, he was the MVP of this map, the playmaker. Raver also on the flip in for PK. Right there, he was 10-4. I think he ended this map with at least 11 kills or so.
I'm trying to figure out what that play still by TJ is the best play. Instead of playing inside the platform, he played to the front side because nobody at the lanes can turn to look at him because of A, the smoke, and B, if they turn to Lancer, they're going to be able to get pressured up by the backside of the lanes. Opposite end of that, you just have him sitting in that position. It's a one-shot chunk on the player that takes that cover. It's maybe a 2-shot down on the player going for the incendiary grenades. It's just a better position play by TJ, especially knowing what they've been given for, you know, 8 or 9 rounds in a row.
Okay. All right. So far, so good for eUnited in this series as they are just controlling it. Okay, they're running through with it, but it's a close. Hey, PK, they've kept us close. They kept it competitive, but eUnited, as we head into training grounds, they're sitting in the driver's seat, and now they're gonna have to force PK to win 3 maps in a row again. Okay, they haven't lost all night. They lose 2 in a row. Now PK backs against the wall. They got to win out for the night if they want to take this week's EDAYS. But we should, you know, we'll see both of these teams in the EDAY finals. All right, they've got enough points to get there. But it comes down to taking away that first place cash prize tonight. It all goes over towards the winner, okay? It's winner takes all on EDAYS. That's why you got to give it the best that you got, and that's why we get such high-octane gameplay here on the stream. So, all right, cool. You know, it's going to be set up. Colin, as we go here into training grounds, you know, I want to get your thoughts on it, but maybe we can go to a quick commercial break, okay? And when we come back, we'll have training grounds ready to go, and we'll get back on schedule. We'll see you guys right after this.
Impossible coming down to the wire all night long, so we could very well see another quick series, or we could see it go all the way to the end. Either way, I am very interested to see how this map plays out. Earlier, we saw the Pittsburgh Knights on this map place down a long shot, and we're pretty happy with taking advantage of that long shot each and every round that Fury One were able to give it to them. Not sure eUnited's going to give them the same advantage, though.
Yeah, eUnited, they're going to play tooth and nail, fight tooth and nail for that long shot if they can. Dezonide takes a big blow, and he gets pressed out there. That was by Dyslexic. Powerz will step up. TJ finds a kill down low. Fearzly, he can't get away either, and eUnited looking dominant to start, but Raver wins his 1v1. Dyslexic putting some pressure on him. Raver doing his best to stay alive, and he'll find a way to get out.
Yeah, but now that he has the help from the other side, it's going to be Dezo over to the ledge, being able to lancer out the 2 players, trying to go back to the God spot, trying to play through the front side of this map. Dyslexic full red, but as well as Raver. Raver's going to get down. They're going to get shots on a Dezo. Raver's going to get a quick revive off. It looks like they're going to move 1 player up, double back A into him. They get the kill. Now moving over toward that 3rd player. It's going to be Dezonide, backside of that cover. He's going to hop. That's an easy drop. You can't do that against him. And now it's going to be a 1v1 over the round for Identivez. It hits the first shot, but cannot land the second. Triple cap domination ensued and completed by eUnited.
eUnited not messing around. They'll take round number 1. And you got 4 straight kills coming out from TJ. And, you know, he is playing down low on that U as you got Powerz and Dyslexic kind of playing up top at the overlook. And TJ won his 1v1 right away. You got a lot of pressure in that 2v2. He was able to clean up those kills on the retreat, and ultimately that lead, that extra pressure that eUnited got it off the start, that's what equated to that first round win. Now we head into the second. Let's see how the Knights wants to rebuttal.
Round number 2, big team fight gonna break out at the U yet again. It's gonna be a 3v3 over here. You can see the smoke get thrown out by TJ trying to cloud up the numbers. Nobody's even getting tagged up through the smoke, so they're probably a little discombobulated right now, unsure of the numbers. TJ goes for a full flank. He's gonna get shut down by Fearzly. Now a 2v2. Overlook fight is gonna be breaking out between both. It looks like on one side, Powerz and Dyslexic versus the other side, which is gonna be Identivez and Fearzly. Down by Fearzly comes through. Fearzly tries to load up the second shot to get the other kill, but he's gonna get the help from Identivez needed to win that one.
Yes, he will. Now they're gonna move on over towards their opponent's home hill. Guarded by TJ. TJ gets a little bit of help from the spawn. They can't get the down that they need, but it's now a 2v2. That's a great flash. I don't know if that flash stunned Fearzly in a corner. It did enough damage for the kills to come through. eUnited, they'll get their home hill back, and they still got B. And B ain't going nowhere either. That's gonna stay in their control. They already got a player in the God spot. They're already set up. They didn't have to do a lot there. So now PK is deciding, what do we want to do? Are we going for the B hill? We going for the home hill? They're clearing corners slowly but surely. With that shot from Powerz, they know exactly what's happening. Oh, that third Botox shot hits.
They're gonna get the down, but they know that they have a mismatch on the opposite side. No, they bring TJ back over. TJ's gonna have to win a big 2v1, but Boltok from Raver gets the big headshot there. 2-1 hill advantage taken momentarily by the Knights. Now going for the triple cap domination. It'll be threatened, but it will not be ensued. Now Demise, he's gonna have to get this 1v1 enacted against him because he's gonna have help off the spawn. Big triple Lancer coming in to get him down as well. That's gonna be down for Identivez. Hills being traded out yet again.
All right. Now with the Hills being traded out, eUnited, they have the lead for now, but I think this is an easy lead change as long as the Knights can get the B hill captured. It's a 3v2 fight up top. That's a big kill coming out for Raver. He'll just drop back. Well, he doesn't get back all the way. Dezonide turned around, tried to get a kill before he can get the revive. Knew that if he did get the revive, they both were dying in that situation, so he tried to make something happen. The COG team, they'll win in 30 seconds, but they don't have that lead change officially. With just a decap in the late game, eUnited gets the win condition back over to their favor. Fearzly knows that he can't even stay in Cap's home.
Might be too much time. They're gonna have to come through the middle stairwell. If they get any kills right here, if Demise can get a kill through this front middle, it's gonna be almost over, but the crying big first shot, second shot doesn't land. They're gonna get a double down right there. B hill going back over to the Knights. It's gonna be a two-man defense at the home hill. It's gonna be 13 seconds to maybe get this kill, maybe get this hill decapped. One player really in the area to threaten. It's gonna be Identivez. They have 2 seconds. They don't get there in time. eUnited's gonna go up 2-0.
When Fearzly was running for the home hill, he was making a right play. And I was like, oh man, then I turned around and I thought it was 2 different players who 2v1 Demise there down low because it was set up. It was set up for him, but Fearzly just cut back and tried to help his teammate get to B. Thought he had enough time and he just did not. So we move on over to round number 3. Boltox upgraded to Retro Lancers, and I don't think we get anything crazy off the start. Yeah, we won't. Not this early into the game. All right, eUnited, how do you want to start this round off? You got Powerz rocking those Hive skins today. Look at the respect. Respect for his teammates. Powerz was never under that Hive banner. Maybe one event, maybe an EDAYS or something, but too highly sought out after.
Flashbang's gonna come out. Powerz looking across here. Fearzly's gonna be tagged up a little bit. He can't challenge that as one player's waiting in the wings to go for the single shot down. Flash will come out. They rotate down to the bottom. They're gonna bounce back up to the right-hand side of Powerz. They're gonna get that first shot there. He will go down now. One more player to take care of. Dezo with a little misstep there. Almost got that next shot. Big body shot into the backside of Demise. And a miss roll comes out. Demise tried to save the day, but it will not come in time. This might be the first round going over in favor of the Pittsburgh Knights.
Yeah, you look at that mini map and you just see eUnited all slayed out up top. You know, they tried to go for that 4-man, just didn't work out. And PK, when it comes down to those big team battles, those big 4v4 and 3v3 team fights, more times than not, they'll come out on top victorious. Even at the start of the round, even though it looks like a big 3v3 team fight, it's technically a 1v1 into a 2v2 into another 1v1 down low at the range. So those little, you know, close quarter engagements, eUnited know how to pick people off, how to get that early initial damage in. Okay, even though the retro lancer is there, somebody's struggling with that thumb. You know what I'm saying? He's just all at the bottom of the map. Come on, Demise, get it up. There you go. There you go. 5 seconds on the clock. You'll get that incendiary built up for him and the squad. Okay, eUnited. Can you tie it up 2-2? If they do, I don't think we get any center line power weapons. But if eUnited loses this and goes down 3-1, 1-3, I mean, we get that power weapon.
Throwing flash grenade!
Flash grenades are going to come out. They're going to check for a possible little kill there. They get the down onto Raver. Powerz is now going to bounce back, I believe, and I'm not sure what else they can do in this situation other than just kind of hold on to the B hill and force the Knights back, which is exactly what they're going to do. And I like that from them.
I like it as well.
There's no need to pressure that right there. I mean, if you pressure out, you get 1 or 2 players lost and killed. You lose your advantage early in a round where you know that Training Grounds is a very hard map to statistically come back.
And so as they're playing into this God spot, that incendiary kill, I don't know who took Powerz out of that position, but that was the kill of the round so far. That allowed PK to move up into capturing B. You see a big overextension from Dyslexic across the map. On screen, Powerz is continuing to back up.
He wasn't going to be able to get away from that. That was a beautiful second shot. 2-1 hill advantage, but they could lose their home hill here momentarily. It looks like Fearzly's going to bounce up toward Demise, but they're going to send one player on the flank. Dezo is going to come on the longest flank possible across the map. Beautiful Lancer angle here on Dyslexic, forcing him into a bad spot. Both players going down with a single shot. It looks like TJ has escaped over to the B hill momentarily to try to fend off the retake from Fearzly, I believe. Back here at the home, it's going to be Raver, and Dezonide fighting a 2v1 against Powerz. So eUnited split across the map right now with only a 50-point lead.
All right, just a 50-point lead, and that lead is going to continue growing here soon, but it's actually going to start decreasing as PK has 2 hills to their name. They're getting pressed. It's a 2v2 on the top portion of the map. Raver, he gets angled out. Can Dezonide get there in time? He will not. Dezonide get a flank, so he has to move forward. He cuts back, tries to win the fight, but he can't do it against Powerz, as eUnited will be on their opponent's home hill. They won't be. They did, but with TJ going down, I don't think you play for it anymore. But Dyslexic, he can't run. He has to fight. He can't get down the stairs. Identivez beats him to it. He says, you know what? If you're not going to go do it, I will. I'm going to go decap your home hill, force you out. Smart play from Identivez. He doesn't even want the cap. He just wants the decap, but he gets a kill too as well. Resets the fight.
He's got to help too. He doesn't just reset the fight. He allows Fearzly to get up in there. This could be a triple cap domination. I believe Demise is going to try to rotate over to B, maybe try to get a decap, but it doesn't matter. They're not going to come off spawn. They're not going to even try to attempt the next fight. That'll be all she said and done for this one. That was a great job, again, at the very end of that round to reset the fight after getting that first kill, but more importantly, just getting away from it and understanding the situation at hand.
Agreed. You know, he knew that once his opponent had given up those stairs and he was parallel to him, he says, well, your hill's open. You know, I can either force a fight off my left hand. I don't have many options off my right. If I continue to sit here, you're going to probably push me. So I'll make a better move, and he just dashed across the map. He waits any longer, he gets flanked by a respawn. He can't get that decap. It just does not work out. Perfectly timed play from Identivez, thinking about the objective and the bigger picture. All tied up 2-2. You know, we've had a close series all day with these two squads. You know, we go to a round 10 in execution. You know, we get a 3-point victory in the control, both with victories by eUnited. So now we're tied up going into the half of Escalation. Fearzly gets hit with a shot from deep.
Looking to try to get this next kill here. They're going to get that first down with the Lance of Fire. That's going to allow Fearzly to push up for the revive. Big rush across the front of that U by Powerz. Getting it too. There's the first kill, though. The headshot from Raver comes through. Boltock's shot actually settles his tea kettle, and then they push back in. It's a 1v1 over D right now. Flash grenade on the bag and tag. Doesn't get the stun. Raver full red. Has to body check out. He's going to pull back, and I believe this is going to be Raver. Just holding his position up top. Boltock in one hip. Shotgun in the hands.
Raver can't get out of that difficult situation. Dezonide is there to guard him, but Dezonide keeps baiting the revive. He also had a flame coming in as well. All 4 members of PK on this side of the map. They need to leave this side of the map soon. Powerz did good not giving up his life there. Even though he's getting hunted down, Raver's trying to make it to the hill, but he gets squared up against Dyslexic. Now Raver has help. Dyslexic doesn't know it yet. Ooh, a solid shot from Raver. And Identivez, he'll get some licks in from the side. That's not a fight Dyslexic can win there. Too much pressure. Now, on the flip side, TJ, he does take down Dezonide, and you got eUnited decap and E-Hill across map. It will be a 2v2 fight over there. Soon to be a 3v2 in favor of PK. Soon to be a 4, yeah, a 3v2. The flame came in from Fearzly, and that's going to win PK that position.
Just enough to win in that position and win him a little bit of an advantage here going into the later portions of this round. Demise is going to hit that first shot across the map. Not enough to really threaten Dezonide, but will settle him in for just a moment. Deza with a Boltock of his own. Bouncing around. Unsure if they share a little bit of ammo here. Just waiting, as a matter of fact. I think he was just simply waiting for the new respawns to all gather up. They were talking about it for just a moment. Lancer Fire was in. Fearzly calls the 2 are coming to E. The other 2 players playing toward the heaven. 3rd player coming off the top of heaven now, moving to the bottom side of the overlook. It'll be a 3-man retake here at the E-Hill. They had enough time allotted by the fact that they had the extra points in the early advantage. 4th player for eUnited joining the fight now. Joining the fray, there's the down. Going over to the F-Hill is going to be Dezonide to just stave off the point release. This is going to be TJ trying to channel back his energy toward the D-Hill.
The revive is at E, and there's the kill on home hill. Chunk. It's done. They did it. He did it. He did it. He did it. He got it done. I was even
to stop this Captain D. Still 9-second differential between them and the round. Powerz alive. They got to get another touch. A touch right here is when they do it. There's the kill. Raver needs to get that hill off. No, he doesn't. The other player comes from behind to get the neutralization, and that will end the round. Raver almost clutched it up for the squadron, but falls to a secondary flank, and that will be 3-2 United.
3-2 eUnited. You know, for a second, I thought the play that they were going to go for was just completely give up their home hill, play forward to the actual hill, and send that extra guy on over towards D, right? But instead, they'll send one back for the 1v1. A big 1v1 won by TJ, and I think from here, he's like even able to cross for his teammates. This was a 2v1. This won that hill, and then you got 2 players on the other side, and TJ does have a Lancer out most of the time across map. No, he's running across. He's running across. He says, I'm gonna get there.
TJ's the one that shoots him in the back. Boink.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, he wins the round. TJ made.
Yeah, TJ
won the round.
So
Okay.
TJ took a 1v1 when necessary to go back over to that
home,
which is the picture perfect spot for him. Fearzly up top. It's a single pellet there, pushing back. He can't go for the wrap fully. He's gonna get that full spread onto Powerz. Won't be able to get the shot over the top for the down. He's gonna get a couple of pellets onto Dyslexic. Knotted up right now, maybe rolling back to go for a revive. Back A by Fearzly, but he gets shot from the top of the heaven. This is going to be Demise trying his best to keep himself out of harm's way. He's going to continue to add damage to his teammates' fight and decision. Flash grenades traded out. eUnited will win the neutral hill. Now they have a 2v1 here at the home. Demise just playing back down this stairwell, full red. So is Raver. He's going to go down and will be dead. eUnited with an early advantage here in round number 6. Trying to get to map and match point. Go up 4-2 maybe.
Now you're gonna have Dyslexic taking down Dezonide across the map. You'll have the home hill locked in for eUnited. Here comes a 3-man push over towards E. It's gonna be a 3v3 team fight. eUnited currently defending. PK on the offensive, but the player 2 goes down. They're not gonna worry about him because player 5 goes down. Actually, they will. They says, okay, we're coming back for the revive. Raver goes up for the cleanup. He stays alive, and that was the perfect play. You go for the revive in that situation. Don't allow your teammate to have to come off and respawn last as you're struggling to win that fight. They'll gain a few extra seconds. those extra seconds is gonna just keep adding up, right? Because they have the man advantage. They're taking 2v1s. They're forcing eUnited to make difficult pushes across the map.
Dezonide needs help quickly. Identivez and Fearzly have flown from the E-Hill. It's going to be a 3v2 momentarily. That's a brilliant down and an even bigger kill. Now Powerz is going to go down. This round is flipped completely on its head because the eUnited was not able to enact either of those kills quick enough to settle in the Pittsburgh Knights. It's going to be Fearzly pressuring over to the D-Hill. He gets met by Demise on the far back side of the back lane. Demise is going to bounce back. It's going to be now 2 players guarding up the E-Hill. Identivez as well as Raver. Opposite side, Dezo and Fearzly. Smoke will come out to the front side of the ledge. Raver's going to roll right. Marks are still coming out, and they've now officially rotated a 3rd player over. eUnited going again with a 4-man retake over here.
DK spread out wide. They had a lot of fights happening off their left hand, okay? But, you know, even so...
3v3 over there now because they already got an initial kill, Blaze. Now
yeah.
3v2, now 3v1.
Yeah, it's PK putting up a damn good fight in this round. Even in the final moments, you know, yeah, this is it. You get the round. Okay. All right. I thought one heal may get decapped, but instead we're all tied up 3-3 with 3 rounds remaining. And hey, like we said, you know, this has been a close series. Even though eUnited has been up 2-0, they have had to fight for every single round that they got.
Indeed, they have. They've fought tooth and nail to get every single one of them under their belt that they've got at this point. Now we're going to see those retros get halved in time by the Pittsburgh Knights. Opposite side, eUnited. They're going to put the power weapon there at the Overlook, talking it out for just a moment. They go down to their own retro and will place out the halftime or the shock.
Would it be in this close? No one wants to make a wrong move.
Shock.
It's going to be base weapons the whole time. Sorry, it's going to be secondary weapons. That retro got 60.
Perfect.
Yeah, that retro got up to 60. And that's a heads-up play by a Knight. They say, you know, we want that extra damage in a round, right? We feel like that extra damage will kind of snowball us into a victory as we, you know, have these longer fights. And they could be right about that. Something so small, you know, so impactful in the long run. Beautiful feathering of the trigger there, but not enough awareness on his flank. Demise quick as he'll capture both home hills. eUnited, they win their fight at E, and Demise will be challenged soon. And you see how he's going to watch the spawn. Oh, he has a shot grenade to work with. He's going to get all the points in the world. He doesn't mind dying on this side of the map. He tried to take another to the grave, but he knew his teammates were going to be able to work quickly to get that E hill. Ultimately, as the hill is capping up for the Knights, this is where eUnited has to find a kill. This isn't a fight that they can let prolong because the person's capping that home hill is going to join the fray soon, and he is on the flank. Raver, he's quick with it. He's almost there, and now he's impacting the play. Shots off the top. He'll get the sandwich. And now Demise, he may have a little bit of help, Colin, and Dyslexic as they're going to join up.
Looking to be able to get some kind of play here. There's going to be Dyslexic looking to the top side. Dyslexic now has a 1v1. Big back A there. Gets the first. Inside of the home hill. Demise goes down. So no threat at E, no threat at F or D right now. You need to pull back over to E. Dyslexic full ready. Goes down, and nobody's there for the save on him either. So it'll be a 1v1, maybe a 2v1 at that next position.
It could be. It's looking like man advantage eUnited right now. Fearzly will back down. Raver is close to him. He's just trying to hold the high ground. They'll both tuck in the corners with their right hand. DJ, he says, I really don't want this fight. If we can go forward, let's go forward. But now you're gonna have to go forward and you're getting trapped down by 2 Lancers. PK, if they get aggressive, they can get the pinch, but they gotta play off their left hand. If they play around the U, they'll force people into their teammates' crosshairs. Instead, they'll work the edge with the right. Beautiful incendiary on a cutoff, but it wasn't good enough. It was decent though. It was good enough actually. I just take it back. It wasn't the best, but it was good enough. As they'll fluster those 2 players and acquire both kills. PK starting for the home hills. They'll have 2 1v1s, a 2v1 and a 1v1 to work with. Now 2 1v1s as Dyslexic makes an awesome play against Identivez, and he gets 2. It's a 3v2 across the map. Dyslexic may go for E and a win. Smart play from him. He says, "I'll cap E. Just get the home hill." D is under question now.
Ooh, big incendiary.
Oh, that was
burns
huge.
up Powerz as well. Lands behind him, so the meat shield doesn't save
Is it
him.
enough with one?
234 to 213.
It is enough.
They're going to throw that flash.
He needs to win this.
He has to win this. Big body shots by
Stay
Dezo.
alive.
Dyslexic takes the front side. He's going to go for the back
No,
A.
he don't
Rolling
stay
back. Doesn't get
alive.
anything. Inside of the F hill now.
Nobody's getting
Multiple
points.
players from both squads. Inside of the D hill. 3 players from eUnited there.
He won it.
4 to 3 we go. Raver will try to get there, but I mean, he's going to get double shot and chunked out. United match and map point, Blaze.
Every map is so close, Colin. All right? Did you predict the 3-0? You seem like you did. Did you predict the 3-0 for United?
I wanted to, you know, gotten maybe a combined 3 hours of sleep in 48 hours because of the newborn. So
yeah, and
living my best
I just
life right
drained
now.
you on that 1v1 too as well.
Living
So you
my
are on
best
E.
life, doing everything I can to stay awake at this point.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. When we got done with our 1v1, I wanted to go to bed. I was like, I got my trophy for the night. I was tired. Oh man, I wanted to go hit the hay, for real. But you know, eUnited, man, and PK, they're keeping this grand finals entertaining yet short. We'll see if it's actually short or not.
I like the fragmentation grenades down low at the U. It's a decent play because of how good they've played through that side of the map time and time again. And early in this one, the mark's just kind of giving the information, the intel. Dyslexic's going to know that 3 players are coming over here. I think Dyslexic's job has to be to keep the player at the backside of the U's attention, but they also left TJ way back in that position. TJ was lancering out for a hot minute. I don't know why he got stuck so far back, but Dyslexic and Powerz both stunned at the top. Now they have the overwhelm at the bottom side of the U. Flash grenade comes out. Dyslexic gets shot in the middle. Now it's a 2v3. Fearzly down. No revive comes for him. Misroll by Identivez finds him down and dead. Now it's a 2v1. Dezo, last alive for his squad, goes to the 45. He rolls right up into the face of one. Gets shot of the swing by Powerz. 1v1 at the opposite side of the map is won by eUnited. They have the 2-to-1 hill advantage. Curious to see if TJ pressures his advantage over here as well. No, he wants the utility grenade. I like that play. Pick the utility and roll back over to E. Play a little bit of defense. Try to win 1 or 2 big team fights here with
Keep
the
that
weapons
lead
you
up.
have picked up.
And Demise, he has the shock in his back pocket. He's trying to get to the choke point. He needs to just toss it now if he can. He will. Oh, no, there's the nade. They told him to hold on to it, but the nade does nothing. And now Powerz backs up. The second nade.
No splash. Big second nade, though, for the down and the kill. 3 in and out by Powerz. 1v1 at the opposite side of the map. 1 by Raver.
Yeah.
They have at least one person to put into this advantage. That's going to be a flash grenade. He's going to get hit twice by a Lancer bullet. Here comes TJ. TJ will challenge momentarily. Everybody from the Knights back off of respawn. They've left their teammates in a 2v3 situation. First down comes through for Powerz. Raver's won the first run 1v. He is full red. Reset his health, though, and now taking a secondary 1v. Bouncing up. Misses the second shot. Bouncing in. Baits him out for the easy kill, and Raver has won back-to-back 1vs. Pittsburgh Knights have also started to win the E-Hill, and this could be a triple cap domination situation, depending upon how TJ plays at the home hill of eUnited.
He tried a little move there. Tried to force his opponent out wide, but Fearzly was very decisive on what he wanted to do. It's still an eUnited lead. Oh, the help from Demise from the underpass, and the hill is capped.
3v4.
Oh, off the respawn right away, everyone. They're going for E.
Yeah, they
a lot
gotta
of
fly.
damage.
I mean, you don't want to give up the man advantage, and it looks like Fearzly's already off the respawn. Where is Fearzly going to go? Is he going to go back straight to D? He's going back straight to D. Fearzly's going to play it back across the back line. He's going to try to go for the 2-to-1 hill advantage here if he can get all the way to the home hill momentarily. Looks like United is clapping up the last few players. Almost a team kill, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. So will not come through. They will get the E-hill back. They'll be able to challenge yet again their own home in a 2v1 in just a moment if Fearzly is still there waiting in the wings. He is just at the bottom of that. He's going to hop out and he's going to drop out. TJ in a very precarious position. Nobody is there to challenge the home hill of the Pittsburgh Knights either.
Yeah, and a double stun there from the nade. No points coming through for anyone at this moment. Powerz in a big 1v1. Full control over F, but it's going to be PK. They win the battle at E. and that's gonna get it done. Powerz, he'll just run over there and play into the end of the whistle. But he knows there ain't much that can be done. We're going to a round number 9. Almost for eUnited in that round, but they're gonna have to close it out officially. Good hold there by PK.
I think you let Raver hold the hill by himself for a minute. You allow the respawn to come out and maybe chow in a 1v1, because when you bring the extra player off of the E hill, you give up a man advantage over there, and then you're basically just playing from behind. You're playing, can I out-rotate you all of a sudden, where you fight a 3v2 on one side, then you fight a 3v2 on the other side. You're just going back and forth, left, right, and center. I just find that to be the problem with that round. That's what I would have called. I'd have maybe let that 1v come back out from the respawn player.
Yeah, let him get over there and have to contest him, you know, go play those home hills. You know, at a certain point, you don't get the luxury of playing up with your numbers when you get them. You know, sometimes you just got to play man on man. Man on man at the end of the day, cover those lanes so you can make up for the time that you need. And we're going to get man on man gameplay. Three players over at the E hill, each team. 1 player in a 1v1 spot. And you're going to see a split in right hand advantages. Powerz get a little bit more space up top on his, and down low it's going to be Dezonide getting more space on his at the U.
Knotted up here, nobody inside of the E hill. Shock comes out, blocks Powerz out. Powerz is going to go down, trying to get the revive off on him. He is full red. Haven't lost the player yet. Flashes are coming out. Powerz will challenge out. Hits a big shot there. Second shot doesn't get the down. They have a ton of damage onto Fearzly. Flash grenade goes into the abyss. Little misplay there by Powerz, I believe. There's no chance he wanted to throw it there. But on the opposite end of things, it's a 1v1 on the opposite end. Looks like, to me, Demise is taking over the home hill from Raver.
Every time, what Demise is just keep putting pressure on him. Demise ain't showing no fear. He, like, as the rounds go on, he finds out how to deal with Raver, and he just pushes up right to the front door. Raver has to make a move off his right hand. If not, his team ain't getting no points. So he's like, guys, do I got to make the move? You got to make the move. And they say, go kill him. They say, go kill him. He says, I got him.
It's a great big body shot. They even try to get the help across the top from the heaven. But this has given them a pretty decent...
It's a decent lead. They don't... eUnited doesn't do anything here. They hold.
Yeah, they got to wait. And that's going to send Raver into scramble mode. Raver might come on the flank through the front side. He's going to come all the way across the map, though. I think he has to realize that he's getting shot up from the opposite side. They're going to send one player down off of the
That was
hop.
clean.
There's a good kill. And now I think you send Demise back across the middle of the map to try to go through the back lane.
Get D, yeah. You keep that advantage.
Dyslexic's attempt right here to stay hidden.
A battle of the home hill players.
Can he get a kill here? Oh, he's going to get called out. Beautiful job.
He gets out.
To just get notified.
Battle of the home hill players.
Fearzly.
That was a great cap. Just to force your opponent to have to decap it. Keep getting some points. Slow him down.
Down. Frag comes out by Dezonide. He throws the first. Doesn't find anybody. Back to the top of the overlook we go, but now it's a 2-1 hill advantage, and in 70 seconds,
Demise goes back for home hills. He goes back for home hills.
There's a big nade. That's huge. That is massive. He didn't find the down on Powerz that they wanted, but it does split them enough to take the 2v1 at the front side. At the E hill, TJ's just going for a neutralization. He knows what he can do here. And it looks like Demise has gone all the way across the map to stop.
Demise is going to win on this map.
Yet again.
Demise is going to win on this map. Oh, he got a shock on the stairs. Talk about big time utility. Oh, he can't get off to the side to force the 1v1. He brought 2 players back. He brought, like, if 2 players don't go over there and take care of Demise, he gets the points that his team need.
And look at this. Dyslexic goes down. There's the revive. And that gives the Knights time to get back in there. 35 seconds to go. I don't know if you...
It's a battle of home hills. You go for the home hills. You stop fighting at E.
Force is going to go down. 3v4 on the map right now. TJ or somebody's going to have to get a big kill on this stairwell.
Oh, that's it. That's
Beautiful
it.
Lance there.
They get him.
3 players going in. They get the secondary damage there onto Identivez. Identivez is full red. He's got to go down right here. Bouncing up. It's going to be Fearzly. He goes down. Identivez is going to come next. He's going to get shot onto Powerz, but he's not going to get killed. There's the last one. It's up to one more. No, nobody. Everybody's dead. It is.
That's it. That's GG. No re. eUnited comes out in the grand finals to win it in a 3-0 fashion. But if you was to watch this one back, if you were to talk about it with your friends, it don't feel like it was a 3-0. Fearzly's your MVP for the L. Don't matter. Almost happens in what, Colin?
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
And sometimes the E-Day finals. eUnited, you're your champions. What a night.
That just adds another notch on Powerz' Hall of Champions fame.
Oh, for the E-Day wins?
Overall wins, yeah.
Yeah, because he was close in there. He was close in there.
Close?
What, like, was he at the top? Was he number one?
Goalie, you want to bring that graphic up?
No, because like I want to say he was around other players, no? Or was he number one on the graphic?
Yeah, because they had to list more than one dude.
36.
He's at 36. What's the next closest?
It's like 19 or 20. I believe it was like 9. It was like 19 or 20 because you had explosive in them upstairs still, right?
I didn't even.
Kenny had 20 behind him. Kenny had 22 behind him. Yeah.
So 26 to 22.
Yep, correct. 36 to 22.
He said it brought him closer, like he wasn't already in first. he was already at the finish line.
He was in first.
Now he's just taking another step.
He was in there. He's miles in front of everyone else. I thought he was more like fourth in the pack, at first thought. I was like, from back in the day, Explosive was gonna have a lot of wins.
Snoop Dogg gift that Ryan hit us with earlier, where you were like, it brings him closer. I was gonna be like, who? Who does he bring him closer to? Somebody win a bunch of E-Days I ain't heard of?
Nah, he is far above the rest. All right, he just keeps adding to that tally. The E-Day king right here, sitting at the top of the throne.
Think about it, there was money on the line every week. You gotta look at it that way, not just all the weeks that he's won. Getting to playoffs when they changed.
And this winner takes all too.
All those weeks, that he
always
won,
been winners takes all.
Taking the cake.
Outside of a few of our playoffs where second place did a little bit of change, but that's because we're nice out here. We're nice. But on a Thursday, winner takes all in.
Fearzly had 30 assists.
Shut up.
He did. Wait till you see the final scoreboard.
Yeah, he had 18, 16, and 30.
I was trying to do the mathematicians in a second in my head, and I think it's like...
No, it's a 3.0 KDA, a little bit higher, 3.1 KDA.
No, not the KDA.
Okay.
When we see the scoreboard, I want to tell you something, because I think it's the first time I've actually seen it on the scoreboard.
Okay, bet. We'll
Genuinely, I think it's the first time, not like hyperbole. At least in Gears 5. I might have seen it in Gears 4.
Okay.
Might have seen it in Gears 4, but we didn't have the scoreboard for it, so I couldn't have seen it in Gears 4. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's a damage thing.
No. You'll see.
Okay.
I'm just waiting.
All right. Well, we got a long replay.
TJ sacrificed himself for a set of neutralizations. TJ sacrificed himself for a set of neutralizations. Demise sacrificed himself for a set of neutralizations. They literally just kept getting into hills and bouncing around as much as they could.
Yep, just to buy themselves some time, because they always understood the big picture. Because they always understood the big picture, and that's where
the big
United
picture the thing that we put Kool-Aid in.
Nah,
Because in my house we use the big picture.
Yeah, that's a great analogy, but the big picture is also what you put your victories in. Okay,
I hear that.
You know what I'm saying? So the big picture leads to the big picture of Kool-Aid. You know what? As you're sitting back enjoying your wins on a hot summer day.
Oh, can we see the scoreboard?
Look at this. Look how close this series is. Look how close this was.
3 points, 2 rounds, 1 round. Just to go to a Speyer. You know what? Shout out to eUnited one time. Shout out to eUnited one time for not making me cast over Speyer. Shout out. Love you guys. Y'all are the best.
Oh, man.
I would have even minded if we just switched that and gone to Canals first. I'd have been like, all right, I can do a map 4. Going to that Speyer, I'd have been schlepped. It would have been game over. All right. 30, 21, 51. Yeah. 120 at least assists in the map.
120 assists in the map.
That's 53 plus 51. You already have 100 just on the Pittsburgh Knights. 18 and 18 is 36. Plus 16 is 52. Plus 20 is 72. So 192. 192 assists.
The fact that PK has over 100 for themselves. Okay. They got 100. Yeah, they hit about 113. 113
So
assists.
who is he getting close to? Can you let me know? I just need
nobody at all. No one. The rest, everyone else is close though.
36.
Everyone else below Powerz is close.
Hold on,
that
wait.
Man
Look
got
at this.
36
Powerz. Powerz, Kenny prior to this split was retired. TJ at 19, retired, 16, 16, 15, 15, retired, 14, no, still playing summons. 14. Literally, we got like Bo dudes at the top. This just retired.
Well, TJ was close to taking Kenny's spot. He can't do it no more though. He was close to taking Kenny's spot. He can break the 20 club.
There's only one. There's only one.
Yeah,
left.
it was only one left.
He just get to 20.
He can get to 20. Kenny okay with being in second to Powerz right there. He was his teammate for most of them. You know, he was his teammate for most of them. So, hey, they'll be okay. You know, that's a dope top 3 though. It's a dope top 3 for E-Day victories, you know?
How many E-Days, like, what's the most consecutive E-Days won by a single team? Is it Optic or is it Rec?
Vanquish was winning a season. Vanquish.
Shout out one time
didn't
a
drop
roster that we can only talk about. Cells and handles.
Oh, man. That old roster, though.
I bid you adieu.
That old roster.
You can only sing songs about that roster.
That old roster was great.
Like,
that was
it's
dope
like
roster.
dragons that have been killed out here. All you can do is sing songs in a tavern.
Yo, it's like, yeah, dragons going extinct, right? You'll have folk tales about that roster. Like, you remember that one VQ roster? Like, yeah, all right, and dragons are real, right? Like, but it happened. Yeah, okay. Well, you had to be there to see it.
I was there. I witnessed it.
Oh, man. Well, it's been a fun day so far, and what a long E-Days it has been. But we made it to the end, and, you know, we saw a few 3-0s. We saw a few map number 5s. Me and Colin played some 1v1s. You know, we got to watch old legends play. We got to even interview one of them as well. And, you know, we even got to do a little tri-cast with Taylor. He's made an appearance. You guys got to hear all your casters on one E-Days. You got to see all the best players in the world play. You guys got throwbacks. And with that being said, we got to get the hell up out of here. We love y'all. Have a fantastic night.